3 bone-chilling stories that will send shivers down your spine. Get ready for a journey into the unknown. Turn off the lights, put on your headphones, and let the darkness consume you. Our first story takes us to the gloomy corridors of the Grand Blackwood Hotel, a once majestic establishment now shrouded in sinister legends. At the heart of the story is room 104, veiled in secrecy and the shadows of a sinister history. Guests who dared to spend the night within its walls have shared tales of strange and inexplicable events. Whispers pierced the silence, seemingly emanating from the walls themselves. Icy drafts swept through the room, even with the windows tightly shut, and a constant feeling of being watched lingered in the air. One guest recounted waking up in the middle of the night to the distinct sensation of a cold hand resting on her own. But upon turning to face the intruder, she found nothing but unsettling darkness. Maids, too, reported strange occurrences within the room. Objects shifted from their places as if moved by an unseen hand. Cleaning supplies would vanish only to reappear in the most unexpected locations. Some even claimed to have heard the faint sounds of mournful sobs coming from the room when it was supposedly empty. The hotel management, desperate to quell the growing unease, called upon paranormal investigators to assess the situation. Their findings only deepened the mystery. Electromagnetic disturbances were recorded within the room, fluctuating wildly without explanation. EVP recordings captured whispers too faint to decipher, but undeniably present. The investigators concluded that something unexplainable did indeed reside within room 104, a conclusion that sent chills down the spines of the hotel staff. As tales of the haunted room 104 spread, so too did the fear and curiosity surrounding it. Some guests, drawn to the allure of the unknown, specifically requested to be booked into the infamous room, eager to experience the paranormal activity firsthand. The legend of the haunted room became an inseparable part of the Grand Blackwood Hotel, a chilling reminder that some mysteries are best left unsolved. Our next tale takes us to the quiet suburban town of Ridgewood, where life moved at a slower pace and neighbours knew each other by name. It was here, in this seemingly idyllic town, that a young woman named Sarah vanished without a trace, her disappearance leaving behind a chilling void in the community and a trail of unsettling clues that only deepened the mystery. Sarah was last seen on a Tuesday evening, leaving her job at the local library. She had mentioned to a colleague that she was meeting a friend for dinner, but she never showed up at the restaurant. When Sarah didn't return home that night, her worried family contacted the police, and a search began. Days turned into weeks, and with each passing hour, the hope that Sarah had simply run away or gotten lost dwindled. The police pursued every lead, but each one seemed to lead to a dead end. Sarah's friends and family were baffled, unable to comprehend what could have happened to her. As the investigation continued, unsettling details began to emerge. Sarah's purse was found abandoned in a nearby park, her belongings scattered on the ground as if she had been in a hurry. Her cell phone, discovered in a drainage ditch miles away, contained several panicked text messages she had sent to an unknown number before her disappearance. The messages were cryptic, filled with fear and a sense of urgency, but they offered no concrete clues as to Sarah's whereabouts or the identity of the person she was communicating with. The mystery of Sarah's disappearance gripped the town of Ridgewood, casting a shadow over the once peaceful community. The case serves as a chilling reminder that sometimes the most terrifying mysteries are those that remain unsolved, leaving behind a void of unanswered questions and a lingering sense of unease. Chapter 3. The Phantom Hitchhiker. Our final tale takes us to a desolate stretch of Highway 13, a winding ribbon of asphalt that cuts through the heart of the Nevada desert. It's a place of stark beauty and unforgiving conditions, where the sun beats down mercilessly and the wind howls like a banshee. It's also a place steeped in legend and lore, where stories of vanished travelers and unexplained occurrences are passed down through generations of truckers and travelers who dare to brave the lonely highway. The legend of the Phantom Hitchhiker of Highway 13 has persisted for decades, each new account adding to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the spectral figure. According to local lore, the phantom hitchhiker is the spirit of a young woman who met a tragic end in a car accident on that very stretch of road many years ago. They say she appears late at night, usually to lone drivers navigating the desolate stretch of road. Her ethereal figure, often described as wearing a white dress, materializes on the roadside, her thumb extended in the universal gesture of a hitchhiker seeking a ride. Those who have encountered the phantom hitchhiker describe an overwhelming sense of sadness and longing emanating from her spectral form. Some claim she spoke to them, her voice a soft whisper that seemed to cut through the roar of the engine, telling them her tragic tale and pleading for help in finding her way home. Others say she simply stared at them with pleading eyes, her ghostly figure shimmering in the pale moonlight before fading into thin air. One particularly chilling account tells of a trucker who, while making his usual run along Highway 13 late one night, encountered the phantom hitchhiker standing on the side of the road. Feeling a surge of sympathy for the young woman, he pulled over and offered her a ride. She accepted gratefully, her ethereal form seeming to gain substance as she settled into the passenger seat. As they drove, the trucker tried to engage his unusual passenger in conversation, but she remained silent, her gaze fixed on the road ahead. After what felt like an eternity, the phantom hitchhiker asked the trucker to stop at a small deserted rest area. As the trucker brought the truck to a halt, he turned to say goodbye to his passenger, but to his horror, he found the passenger seat empty. The phantom hitchhiker had vanished, leaving the trucker in a state of terror and bewilderment, left to ponder the events that had transpired on that desolate stretch of Highway 13. These stories remind us that sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more chilling tales. Good night, sleep tight.